You're gonna walk away from this video knowing the 3 main kinds of joins in SQL. And so if you're learning SQL or you're prepping for an interview, you should keep watching, because in the last interview I did, I was asked a question on the different kinds of joins. So there's a pretty good chance that you're gonna be asked this too. Near the end, I'm gonna be sharing you with a resource that I think you might find helpful. So let's get into it. All right, right now I'm on MySQL, but you can use any other database management system like Postgres. And the data that I'm going to be using for this video, I'll put the link in the description below. It's a Kaggle dataset and it has 2 tables. So over here is the link, or is the dataset, and it's just on Bookstore Financials. For this video, we're only going to be using this table, the Bookstore Employees CSV, and the Bookstore Payroll. So you just click on download for these 2 tables, and then go back to SQL, and if you want to import the data into MySQL specifically, then you would right-click the schema and just ignore this name. This was for something else. But you're going to right-click it and then click on Table Data Import Wizard. Go to Browse and then select one of the tables. You're gonna have to do this twice because there's 2 tables here. And then you're gonna do Create New Table, or use Existing Table if you already created one before, and you just follow the instructions here. It's pretty straightforward. If you got any questions, just let me know in the comments below. Okay, the first type of join I'm gonna be going over is inner join. And I would say that this is the most common join that I use. So here's what it looks like in practice. So an inner join is where we're only returning the rows from the tables that have a matching value in the columns that we're joining on. Because when we're doing a SQL join, we're always going to have to specify the column that we want to join on. And so if that doesn't make sense right now, then hopefully it does make more sense as I code this out. So I'm going to say select everything from our first table, which is going to be Bookstore Employees. And we're going to say inner join. After we say inner join, we're going to put in the second table, which is Bookstore and then Payroll. Then we're going to say on. Now this is the part where we have to specify the column that we want to join on. And so when we do this, we have to first put in the table name, and then we say period, and then we pass in the column name for that table. In most cases, we perform joins on something like an ID, because usually that's something that's included in multiple tables. So we're going to say employee ID, because that's one of the columns. And then we want to set that equal to the payroll dot employee ID. So this is basically going to it's going to see that employee ID is the column that we want to join on from both the Bookstore Employees and the Bookstore Payroll tables. So if I run that, then we should get the right result. And obviously this result is really long because there's many rows, so this is going to go on for a pretty long time. We can see over here, this information from employee ID up to term date, that refers to the Bookstore Employees table, and everything from pay period start all the way to the end refers to the Bookstore Payroll table. And I hope that makes sense. I hope this is clear. And if it doesn't make sense, just let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to help you out. And so the rows, if there isn't a matching value for the employee IDs from both tables, then it's not going to be shown here, because inner join, like I said before, only contains the rows where we have a matching value in the column that we're joining on. The second kind of join is the left join. And I would say that this is a little bit more complex than understanding the inner join. Okay, a left join is where we're returning all the rows from the left table, and we're only returning the rows from the right table if there's a matching value in the column that we're joining on with the left table. So this one's a little bit more complex because the order matters. So the table that we specify first, which is the employees table, that's going to be our left table, and then the payroll table is going to be our right table. And so I'm going to run this, and you can see that the values changed a little bit, but I'm going to add some more columns here just so we can see this more clear. So I'm going to say bookstore employees.employee ID, and then bookstore payroll.employee ID. And let's run that. We're only returning the rows from the right table where this employee ID here, which is from the payroll table, is equal to the employee ID from the left table, which is the bookstore employees table. And so I can't really find a case here, but if there is a case where there's an employee ID that exists in the left table, but it doesn't exist in the right table, then this gross pay value is going to be null. So I can't find a case right now because I have to scroll down a bit. So I'm going to insert another row, and I'm going to say insert into, and I'm just going to paste this. It's something that I did before. I'll put it in the description below so you could just copy and paste it. But essentially what we're doing here is we're just inserting a new row into the data set. And so I'm inserting a new row into the left table where our employee ID is equal to 998, because I'm pretty sure that there's no employee ID value in the right table that has this value of 998. And so I just want to demonstrate this real quick. Just going to say that. All right. And then I'm going to just copy and paste this over here. And then I'm going to do something where I say where bookstore payroll dot employee ID is null. And so what this is doing is it's only returning the values where the employee ID in the right table doesn't exist, but it exists in the left table. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm gonna show you what this looks like. And yeah, okay, so over here we have the 998 from the left table, and then we have the null value because it doesn't exist in the right table. And you can see because the employee ID doesn't exist in the right table, the other columns in the right table that we specify are also going to be null. And so the reason why there's also another row here is because I added this before, not in this video, but I was just testing things out. So just ignore this row. Just look at this row over here. And so yeah, we're gonna move on to a similar join, but it's focused on the other side now. Okay, if you're feeling a little bit confused right now, because I know I was when I was learning joins for the first time, I recommend that you check out the free resource in the description below. It's a cheat sheet that provides visual aids and more practice problems to help you understand this concept better. And if you're feeling a little bit stuck at any point in the video, feel free to pause and ask the question in the comments below, because there's no such thing as a stupid question, and I'm pretty active. I'll get to you as soon as possible. The question that you ask may benefit other people as well. So back onto the video. Enough of me yapping. Last but not least, I'm gonna go over right joins. Okay, so the right join is where we're getting all the rows from the right table, but we're only returning the rows from the left table if there's a matching value with the right table. And so it's pretty much the same thing as a left join, except we're focusing on the other side. And so our right table is going to be this payroll table over here. Our left table is going to be our employees. And so I'm going to leave everything the same. The only thing I'm going to change here is this thing. I changed this from left to right. And I'm also going to change this from payroll to employees, because we want to check if there's any values in the left table that don't exist in the right table. And so if I do that, we're going to see that we don't get anything. And that's because there's no rows in this data set where we have a value or we have an employee ID in the right table that doesn't exist in the left table. So because I want to show you this for demonstration purposes, I've copied and pasted this code over here. This basically just pastes in a new row into the right table. And again, I'll put it in the description below so that you have access to this. And this is just gonna insert a new row. And the most important part about this is that the employee ID is 997. And I'm pretty sure that this employee ID does not it does not exist in the left table, in our employees table. So I'm gonna run this, and if I copy this here, put it here, and then run this now, it should show me that row that I just added. Since the column that we're joining on does not exist in the left table, all the other columns from the left table are also going to show up as null. So I hope that helped. I know it's pretty confusing. So if you want to reinforce, really ingrain the knowledge that you just learned, then make sure to check out my cheat sheet in the description below, because it's completely free and you're gonna get more practice rather than just watching this video. Okay, I hope this video helped. I know that learning joins for the first time was really difficult for me. So if you're still confused, I highly recommend you check out the cheat sheet below, which is gonna give you more practice on this concept. The next video is going to be on self-joins, which is a little bit more advanced. If that video is out, then you're gonna see it over here. But if it's not out, then I highly recommend you check out these videos over here. So hopefully I see you in one of those videos, and thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.